Jethro, what are you doing?
I'm taking you home.
What for?
So you can cook for me and take care of me.
Oh, you mad, impetuous boy. Mother always wanted a big wedding, but if you insist, we'll elope.
I'm awful sorry you got the wrong notion, Miss Jane. You see, I ain't got marriage in mind. Just cooking and such.
Oh, I see. Granny hasn't returned from Petticoat Junction.
And Ellie's trying to take her place, and it's pitiful.
Well, how is your Uncle Jed managing?
I ain't seen much of him since Ellie commenced cooking. He's got his hiding places, and I got mine.
I'm just getting rid of a few of these ants here.
I don't say no, I.
Oh, done a good job tonight.
Sure did. And as a reward, I'm going to give you a double helping of what I just cooked.
Oh, Ellie, I don't think I'm up to eating a full meal right now. Why don't you just heat me up a can of that fine tomato soup that's in there in the cupboard?
Oh, but I fixed you a special treat that I made up all by myself. I call it my surprise loaf.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, Ellie, I just thought of something. Jethro's going to be awful hurt if I eat without him. I'll go find the boy.
Oh, Jethro ain't here. He took the truck and left.
When do you do that?
Well, I think it was right after I told him I was going to cook a surprise loaf.
More than likely.
That's right, operator. She's at the Shady Rest Hotel in Petticoat Junction. But the nearest phone is at Sam Drucker's store in Hooterville. Thank you. Bye. He's going to get a message to Granny to come to town and call.
Hi, Granny.
Howdy, Mr. Drucker. Did you send for me?
Well, yeah, Granny. How'd you get here so fast?
I run. It's only 6 miles.
Why didn't you catch the train?
I did. I caught it and I passed it.
Sarah? This is Sam. Sarah, Granny's here now, so you can get a hold of that Beverly Hills operator and have her call us back, huh? Thanks, Sarah. Well, Granny, how's Betty Jo's baby?
Oh, just fine and dandy. Now.
Now? Was something wrong?
Something wrong. Mr. Drucker, what I done for that baby is a miracle. A medical miracle.
What was wrong? What did you do?
Oh, sorry, I can't tell you. That would be violating the confidence between the patient and the doctor.
Oh.
I wish I could tell you, but me being a physician, my lips are sealed. You understand?
Oh, of course.
But it was one doozy of a miracle. Now, if you was another doctor, I could tell you. Have you ever been a doctor?
No.
Ever been a patient?
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Well, then I won't be violating the confidence betwixt the doctor and the patient. Mr. Drucker, in all my 60 years of doctoring, I have never been so shook up as I was the first time I peeked into that crib and saw Betty Jo's baby. It looked for all the world like an Airedale puppy. Sakes alive. And I thought Jethro was an ugly baby.
You say it looked like an Airedale puppy?
And not even the pick of the litter. But how I brought it back to normal with my miracle medicine.
Say, Granny, as I remember, you left your spectacles in Andy Partner's jitney, so it just could be...
Do you think I need these? I got eyes like a hawk. I only use them for professional reasons. Folks don't trust a young-looking doctor.
I'll bet that's your call from Beverly Hills.
I'll get it. Hello?
Granny?
Yeah, this is Granny. Who's talking?
This is Sam Drucker, but...
It ain't neither. Sam Drucker's right here with me. Your other phone's ringing.
Thanks, I'll get it.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Oh, yeah, right here, Sarah. Granny, it's your call from Beverly Hills.
Well, you take this phone and tell that smart aleck that it's against the law to play pranks on doctors and firemen.
I'll do that.
Hello?
Hello, Granny. This here's Jethro.
Speak up, boy. We got a bad connection.
Oh, no, you don't. Now, I got strict orders from Sam not to let you loose in the store. Now, come here. Come on. Last time you went through a whole sack of dog biscuits, remember?
Hello?
Hello, Granny?
Oh, thank you. That's a better connection.
Hi, Sam. Granny.
Well, if it isn't a proud father.
Say, did those things come in that we ordered for the baby?
Yeah, they're in the back. How's Betty Jo?
Oh, she's fine. The baby had a bad night.
Oh?
Yeah, started howling about 3 this morning, kept it up till dawn.
Poor little thing reverted. Must have been a full moon last night.
Granny!
Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jethro. What do you want?
You gotta come home and cook for us. We need you something desperate.
Not as desperate as they need me here. Cooks are a dime a dozen. But where can the parents of that poor, blighted baby get another miracle-working doctor?
Hey, come on back here.
Wait, little baby, wait! That little goomer might be homely, but it's the fastest crawler I've ever seen.
Jethro, I think I have the solution to your food problem. This is an employment agency where you can hire maids, cooks, and all domestic help.
Well, Miss Jane, I think you done saved my life. How can I thank you?
As the poet says, with hugs and kisses debts are paid when settling score twixt man and maid.
Hot dog! I'll be sure and hire a pretty one.
Where's Dandy? That's what you call real soul food.
Uncle Jed!
Out here in the kitchen, Jethro.
Uncle Jed, have I got a surprise?
I don't think I can stand another one today.
Well, wait till you see her. Her? Miss Jane sent me to an employment agency, so I hired us an imported cook, direct from Italy.
Well, fetch her in, boy.
She don't speak much English, but I done learned Italian.
Just today?
Well, yeah, you got to remember, this is the brain of a 6th grader. Now watch. I'm going to call her in genuine Italian. A bambina, a bringing yourself to the kitchen. But that's Italian for kitchen.
You tell.
Pick up them 4 languages just like that. Ain't she something?
Mighty pretty girl. And she can cook, huh?
Vittles is all she thinks about. Watch this. Howdy.
Ciao.
See? She must have mentioned chow at least a dozen times today already. Senor Maria, this here's my Uncle Jed.
Howdy.
Ciao.
See? There she goes again.
Va essere un piacere lavorare per voi come cuciniera ed aspetto che ti piaccio.
What'd you say?
Oh, I ain't too sure, Uncle Jed. I don't understand Italian as good as I talk it.
Well, we's mighty pleased to have you here, Miss...
Grazie. Ci è bellissimo.
That's a mighty pretty name.
Oh, that ain't her name. That's probably something she's gonna cook for us.
Oh, Ellie, come on over and meet this young lady.
Senior Maria, this here's my cousin Ellie.
Howdy. Ciao.
She does have vittles on her mind.
Yeah, she's gonna cook us up a storm.
Oh, what's wrong with my cooking?
Shall I tell her?
You better let me. Ellie, your cooking is in a class by itself. Ain't nobody can touch it. That's the truth. But you see, this young lady is new in our country, and she needs all the experience she can get.
Oh, well, fine. I'll learn her how to make my surprise loaf.
I believe I'd hold off on that for a spell, but why don't you take the young lady up to your room and make her comfortable?
Oh, yes, sir, Pop. Come on, Senor Maria.
We'll see you later for chow.
Oh, ciao.
What'd you do that for?
Oh, that means something in Italian. I don't know what, but they all do it.
I see.
I'll tote her suitcases up to the room.
Wonder what I just said.
Hi, honey.
Hi, darling. Got the new nursing bottles. How's the baby?
Sleeping, thank goodness. Hello, boy.
Honey, I wouldn't hold him. I think he's got fleas again.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's still some of that insect repellent that Granny brewed up.
Oh, yeah, what she calls her miracle medicine. Come on, boy, let's give Granny's cure another try.
Need some help?
No. You sit right here. You had a rough night.
Hello, little mama.
Hello, Granny.
I heard that you had a bad night last night.
Yes, we did. I think it was colic.
Did you say colic or collie?
Colic.
Did your husband get home with the little fella yet?
Yes, weren't you with them on the train?
No, I cut through the woods to look for some roots and some yarbs. I gotta brew up another batch of my miracle medicine.
Oh, there's still some left. Steve just went in to use it on the little flea trap.
Oh, honey, don't call that precious little darling a flea trap.
Oh, I call him all kinds of things, but I love the little mutt.
Well, there's one thing about you young'uns of today. You've got the courage to face the truth. In my day, we'd have kept him upstairs in a room with the shades drawn.
I wouldn't do that. I think he's cute.
There's nothing mightier than the power of mother love. Betty Jo, sit down, honey. I want to talk to you about your family plans. Have you and your husband thought about having any more young'uns?
Oh, yes, we want to have a large family.
In spite of what happened last night?
Oh, sure. You can't expect a baby to be perfect.
Yeah, but they don't have to miss by that much.
The way Steve and I feel, we want to have a dozen more, just like the first one.
Honey, courage is one thing, but foolishness is another.
Well, I guess a dozen was an exaggeration.
Good girl.
But at least 4 or 5.
Now you're heading in the right direction.
Look who's ready for a stroll.
Did my miracle medicine work?
Oh, it sure did, Granny.
I done it again. I mean, you done it again.
Granny, telegram just came for you.
How'd you get here, Sam?
Pumped out on a hand car.
Come on, Sam, we pumping back in.
Oh, what's the matter?
My family's starving. Take care of the baby. If it barks, give it a boom. I'll be back come the next full moon.
Do you understand what she was talking about?
Not a word. But you have to admit there hasn't been a dull moment since she came to visit.
Yeah. Someday we ought to visit her planet.
See you later, girls.
You can put the silly looking hat back on your head, you're fired.
What for?
For leaving your desk during your lunch break.
But, Chief,
Where were you?
having lunch.
That's no excuse. Fine thing. You gorge yourself while my largest depositor starves.
Jed Clampett?
If that magnificent multimillionaire loses so much as 1 ounce, you'll spend 30 days in the vault counting nickels.
Chief.
With the lights out. I had to handle this emergency all alone.
What emergency?
Granny called here. She said she had to get home from Hooterville right away. Now, you know where Hooterville is?
No?
Neither does anyone else. Oh, I had to move heaven and earth to arrange transportation for that little woman. Traveling by hand car, horseback, motorcycle, and a crop dusting plane out of the Napa-Sonoma Valley.
Get me to Beverly Hills, Lindy.
Hand car, cow pony, motorcycle, plane. Oh, boy. You have any idea what these travel arrangements are going to cost?
No.
Well, you will, because it's going to come out of your salary.
You fired me.
You're hired again. I can't afford a tab like this.
Chief, you brought this all on yourself by panicking. There is no emergency at the Clampetts.
What are you babbling about? Granny said they were starving.
A false alarm. I sent Jethro to an employment agency. He hired a cook, and she's there now.
You mean to say that Granny's going to come home and find another woman in her kitchen?
Well,
You're fired again! And I'm going right over there and fire her!
if I'm fired, how can I pay for the...
It'll come out of your unemployment check.
I declare them is just about the best victuals I ever tasted.
Me too, Paul.
I'll compliment the cook in her native language. Hey, Bambina, this stuff is what you call a delish. That's Italian for good.
Scusi. Next, dolce, tortoni.
What'd she say?
Oh, something about a friend of hers named Tony.
If you could cook like that girl, you'd have to beat the boys off of the club.
I know, Paul. I'm going to ask her to learn me how to make that vegetable soup.
That stringy stuff with the red gravy was right tasty.
Oh, you two, a couple of roots. That there soup is what you call minestrone. And the stringy stuff is what us Italians call spaghetti.
You Italian now?
I told her I was. See, I aims to marry her. Italians is kind of clannish.
Listen, young lady, you pack your things and you get over to my house.
Spisterai lei, non capisco.
Italiana.
Sì?
Oh, Benny, signorina. Benvenuto. Mi piace mangiare italiano. Chicken cacciatore. Ah, Joe è bellissimo.
Grazie. Lei è molto amabile.
Piacere. Ah, spaghettini alla marinara. Ah, molto belli.
Sta comodi per mangiare.
Grazie.
Make this train go no faster. I got a family down there starving to death.
We're over Beverly Hills now, landed the nearest airfield.
Ain't no time for that. I see the house down there. Thanks for the lift, Lindy. Geronimo! Hang on, you poor starving wretches. I'm almost there.
What's red gravy on it?
That ain't red gravy. That's what you call marijuana sauce. Jed, I marry up with that Italian doll. You want to come live with us?
Where you aim to live?
Right here.
No, Jethro. Don't eat that boiled stream.
How do you get here? What is all this?
My parachute. Just tote me to the kitchen and prop me up to the stove, and I'll save you. You hunger-starved wretches.
We ain't hungry. We've been living high on the spaghetti.
Well, what'd you send me that telegram for? Saying you were starving?
I didn't send you no telegram.
I sent it, Granny. Signed Uncle Jed's name to it so you'd pay attention.
Why, you miserable walking gizzard. I'm gonna beat that 6th grade brain of yours clean down to the kindergarten.
Signore, signorina, now is coming Tortoni.
Well, fine. Have Tony sit right there in Jethro's place.
Yeah, he won't be coming back for a while.
When he does, he's going to eat standing up.
Bessie sure is crazy about Maria's leftover spaghetti.
Yeah, so I see. Is Maria still at the stove?
Yes, sir. Warming up some more of them delicious Italian victuals.
And is Granny still up in her room?
Yes, sir, sucking and pouting, 'cause there's another woman in her kitchen.
I was afraid of that. Well, I guess I gotta do what I gotta do.
La lam ba-dee-da-dam, bam bam ba-dee-dam, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Oh, signor Uncle Jed, buongiorno.
Same to you, I'm sure. Miss Maria, ma'am. Well, first off, I want to say that we're real pleased with your victuals.
Victuals? Non capisco.
You cook good.
Ah, cook good. Grazie, grazie.
Yes, ma'am. So, what I'm about to say has got nothing to do with that. You see, it's Granny. See, this is her kitchen.
Kitchen? Grande, bellissimo.
All right. Well, your cooking for us while Granny was away was a real lifesaver. But now that she's back, her nose is plumb out of joint.
Nose?
Yeah, out of joint. She's sulking because you're in her kitchen.
Kitchen? Grande, bellissimo.
Yes, ma'am. Well, anyway, what I want to say is, I'm awful sorry, but I'm going to have to let you go. Well, I'll see to it you get a check for a month's salary.
Salary. Si, salary. You like, huh?
Yes, ma'am,
Oh,
but...
then.
Miss Maria, ma'am, I'm just going to have to come out and say this blunt. You're fired.
Fire. Si. I'd cook good salary. Huh?
I'm afraid what we got here is a failure to communicate. I'll have my nephew talk to you. He claims to speak Italian.
Arrivederci.
Jethro.
Will you please come in and bring your book?
Hail, Mr. Drysdale.
Hail, Jethro. Hail? What's going on? What's this get up for?
So I can make a hit with that beautiful Italian cook.
She'll see him as the noblest Roman of them all.
Caesar?
Not yet, but he plans to hold hands with her tonight.
When will I learn to stay in my own office and keep the door closed? Oh, by the way, Jethro, how is Granny taking this? Having another cook in her kitchen.
I don't know. She ain't come out of her room since she got home.
Granny? Granny, you in there? What in the Sam Hill? What do you think you're doing?
Do I hear a voice? Is that the angel Gabriel calling me?
Granny, get up from there.
I'm ready, Gabriel. I've lived out my usefulness here on this earth. My family don't need me no more.
This is a lot of nonsense.
I left home on an errand of mercy. And when I come back, the door was locked again me. My son-in-law, Jed, had brought home a wild young wench to take my place.
Annie,
Yes, Gabriel?
I'm Jed. Now you get up from there and take off that dress.
No, no. You ain't gonna give this to your girlfriend. It's my funeral dress. And it was my mama's funeral dress.
Mama?
She fell in the swamp and never got to use it.
Well, you ain't going to use it either. Now, change into something else and come on down to the kitchen.
No, Jed, no. Don't force me to watch the scandalous goings-on betwixt you and that woman.
You ain't going to watch no goings-on.
Thank you. At least I won't have to carry that disgraceful picture to my grave. I'm ready, Gabriel. Jed, do the decent thing. Send Ellie Mae and Jethro out of the house. Don't debauch the young.
Hey, Jethro, what you got there?
This here's my Italian outfit. I'm gonna wear it tonight when I step out with Senior Maria.
Hey, listen, Jethro. Could you cheer Granny up? Me and Paul ain't had no luck at all.
Heck yeah! I'm so full of the joy of love, I could cheer up a statue.
That's better. That white powder covers the rosy glow of youth. This will have them bawling their eyes out.
Granny, can I come in? Oh, hi, Granny. Taking a nap, huh? Hey, you fell asleep with a flower in your hand. I put it in water for you.
Don't bother. It's just like me, old and wilted and ready to die.
Yeah, reckon you're right. Hey, you got flour all over your face. You been messing around the kitchen again? No need to do that. We got us a real cook now. There. That's better. You're looking like a corpse.
I am a corpse. The flame of life is burned low. It'll go out any minute now.
Oh, you reckon that'll be before lunch?
What?
I want to tell Maria how many places to set.
You miserable monkey. You got a heart like a vulture. Get out of here.
Pedro, I'm still waiting to have that talk.
Right after lunch, Uncle Jeb.
That's your fifth lunch. How many are you going to eat?
Well, probably not more than 6. She's getting to the bottom of the pot. Doesn't run clean out of Capisco.
Mi scusi, voglio portare i rimanenti agli animali.
Same to you, I'm sure. Now's our chance to talk. Jethro, ain't no kitchen in the world big enough to hold 2 cooks. One of them's got to go, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't like to hurt nobody's feelings, and Granny has been with us a lot of years, right?
Right?
She's old now, and she feels she's outlived her usefulness.
Yeah, I know. She told me so.
So when it comes to choosing between Granny and Maria, there's only one choice we can make.
Paul! Paul! Granny says she don't want to live no more. Says please end her suffering. Says to just cart her off in a wheelbarrow and dump her in a hole.
Well, boy, I guess that tells better than I can how desperate things is. You know what you got to do.
Yes, sir. I'll get right at it.
Get it out of here. What do you think you're doing? Get it.
What are you doing? Carting her out to the hole.
Put that wheelbarrow down.
Okay. You take her the rest of the way. I dug a hole under the big elm tree.
Help me to my feet, Jed. I'm gonna skin that boy alive.
Don't get mad at me, Granny. It was Uncle Jed told me to do it.
Help me to my feet, Ellie. I'm gonna load my shotgun with rock salt and take the hide off both of them.
Let's go, boy. What we got here is another failure to communicate.
And now a memo to all employees. Subject, Christmas bonus. It makes me very happy to announce that this year's Christmas bonus will be the same as last year's.
There was no Christmas bonus last year.
And it'll be the same this year, which makes me very happy.
Excuse me, Mr. Drysdale, but ain't you president of this here bank?
That's right, Jethro.
And ain't I heard you say that's just like being captain of a ship?
Exactly.
Good. Then I'm going to go fetch Maria over and you can marry us.
What did he say?
Sounded like something...
Oh, Miss Jane, would you please be my best man or bridesmaid or whatever it is and give me away?
Jethro,
I'd ask my Uncle Jed, except he's still up in the tree.
Jethro? Your Uncle Jed is up in a tree?
If somebody was chasing you with a shotgun, you'd climb a tree, too.
somebody's after Mr. Clampett with a shotgun?
Oh, don't worry. Everything will quiet down after Granny's funeral.
Granny's funeral?
Blast Uncle Jed down out of the tree. She's going gunning for Maria.
Why?
Because Maria done took over the kitchen. The whole house is in uproar. If I don't get her out, there's going to be rock salt bouncing off every wall. Oh, wish me a happy wedding.
All clear. I sure do appreciate your stopping under that tree, Miss Jane.
Glad to be of help.
Excuse me if I take cover. Granny might have me in her sights, and that rock salt smart's considerable. Where's the fastest temper in the West?
Upstairs in her room.
Good. Now fetch Maria, because Miss Jane thinks she can make peace betwixt them.
Oh, yes, sir, Paul. Maria's in the kitchen with Jethro.
This here's the suit my Uncle Jed got married in. Now it's going to be my bridal outfit. Got the truck parked out back. We's going to hop on that rascal, stop at the bank, get married, and then hightail it for Niagara Falls.
No capisco.
You can cook that later.
Jethro. Excuse me. Miss Jane wants to talk to Maria.
I'll tell her in Italian. Hey, Bambino, you talk to Miss Jane a chop.
No capisco.
We'll eat later. By and by.
It sure would be nice for Granny if she'd let Miss Maria help her.
Oh, and nice for Maria, too. Unless she's employed, she'll have to go back to Italy.
Sure enough.
Yes, they told me at the agency that her family's in rather dire need. These postcards and letters are from her parents in Venice.
Oh, I'll see if she gets them. I hope it ain't bad news.
Oh, here she comes.
Good luck.
Ah, buongiorno, Maria. Mi chiamo Jane Hathaway.
Parla italiano.
Oh, solo un po'. Ne parleremo a Granny, non del temperamento terribile, huh?
Sure hope Miss Maria gets to stay.
Well, there's one thing certain. We can't let her go home to Venice. Not right now.
Why, how come?
Well, look at that. They're having one of the worst floods I ever seen.
Where's Paul? Water's plumb up to the window.
Can't even see the front porches. That rain must have been a real gully water.
Hope she don't have to go home.
Poor girl could drown just crossing the street.
Granny has agreed to see you. Granny, accetta di vederla.
Bene.
Now, you must be pleasant and agreeable. Sia gentile e accondescente. Capito?
Si?
That is the key word. Si. In English se dice yes.
Yes.
Yes, bene. Yes to everything, huh? Granny, I should like to present Signorina Maria.
Sit down. Not you. I want to see her alone.
But Granny, in all fairness,
I'll be fair. Now you just wait outside.
Si ricorde, è con the ship.
Ah, never mind that foreign talk. Skedaddle. So, you're the little hussy that would like to take over my kitchen and get rid of me.
Yes.
Brazen little package, ain't you?
Yes.
And I'll bet that you've got eyes for my rich son-in-law, Jed.
Yes.
You admit it?
Yes.
Well, this is gonna be a real interesting talk.
Hey, where's Maria?
Well, upstairs with Miss Jane.
What are you doing in my Sunday go-to-meeting duds?
Fixing to get married to Maria? I figure the wedding will take place about 2:30. Y'all are invited. Except you gotta get into some decent clothes.
Hey, you ain't about to marry Maria. Now get upstairs and get out of my good suit.
You mean you ain't gonna let me wear your bridal outfit?
Oh, all right. Now go do as I tell you.
But gee whiz, Uncle Jim.
Hop to it, and the next time you want to borrow something from me, you ask me first.
But gosh.
Scat. Way overdue having a long talk with that boy.
Well, why you keep putting it off, Paul?
I reckon it's because the short ones are so distressing.
Miss Jane? Miss Jane, have you seen Maria?
She's in there with Granny.
You reckon she's asking for my hand in marriage?
I rather doubt it.
Miss Jane, would you do me a big favor?
Certainly.
Would you go into my room and pick out my best-looking tie for me?
Oh, well.
Please?
Oh, well. Very well.
So, now it comes out. Jed Clampett has asked you to marry up with him.
Yes.
You didn't want me wearing your marrying clothes. You was fixing to wear them to your own wedding. What? Don't play innocent with me. I know what you've been up to, but it ain't gonna be that easy. You's gonna have to fight me for Maria.
Maria?
We's gonna settle this Roman style. I'm taking you to the Coliseum and gladiate you.
Oh, what in the world are you?
Lucky for you, they got a Coliseum right here in Los Angeles. Otherwise, I'd have to tie you on behind my chariot and drive you plumb to Rome.
You figure out what he's talking about?
No, sir, Paul.
Well, that's comforting. At least there's two of us. Jethro, where do you think you're going?
I'm going to get us some gladiating outfits. And quick as the lions is done eating the hippies, you and me is going at it. Hi, Alec. How do I look?
Oh, you look like a big dumb nut.
Oh, yeah? You won't think so when you come to the Coliseum. And I go to gladiating Uncle Jed up one wall and down the other.
Huh, that's what you think. Paul's gonna whoop you good.
You reckon he could?
Heck yeah.
Listen, Ellie, come around the back and let me practice netting and gigging you, huh?
Outside.
Granny? What are you fixing to do?
I told this little gold-digging vamp that I'd give her a 50-foot running start down the driveway. Then I'm gonna come in salting her flank.
You ain't gonna do no such a thing.
Jed, come to your senses before this Jezebel makes even a bigger fool out of you.
Maria ain't no Jezebel. She's a fine, sweet, hard-working...
Now it's too late to protect her. She's done confessed.
For what?
You name it. She's confessed to it.
Granny, the girl don't know that much English.
She don't, huh? Watch this. Maria, are you after this old rooster for his money?
Yes?
You want to hear some real juicy stuff?
She don't even know what you said. She's from Italy, a place called Venice.
Well, let her go back to Venice.
She can't go back. The whole town is flooded.
Did she give you that story?
She don't even know it yet. These just come from her folks back in Italy. Never see a town so hard hit by rain.
Must have been a real trash mover.
Jane says her folks is hard up, like they can't even afford a boat.
Oh,
Granny, Maria'd be a big help to you out in the kitchen.
I don't need no help.
True. But standing over that hot stove all day has aged you beyond your years.
Think so?
Oh, allora Maria, como è andata?
Bene, penso.
Good news, Miss Jane. Granny has agreed to let Maria help her in the kitchen for a spell.
Well, it's for her own sake. If she's gonna make a living cooking, she's got to learn American dishes. Like grits and fatback and possum and collard greens. Well, your everyday average American meal.
You tasted her Italian cooking, Granny?
Only cold. Last night
I thought you was looking mighty well fed for a corpse.
Well, I admit it. Last night I snuck down, snooped, snacked, and snuck back.
First I throws a net over you and drags you down. And then I puts my foot on you and looks up to the royal box to see if he gets this or this. Ready?
Ready.
Oh.
How about it, Bessie?
Hey, now wait a minute, Ellie. Hey, let's try it again. This time you take the net and I'll take the sword.
Okay.
That smells good. What you cooking, Maria?
Non capisco.
You ask her, Miss Jane.
Che cosa cucina, Maria?
Oh, possum pizzaiola, fatback cacciatore, collard greens, parmesan.
I'll go fetch the young'un. Oh, Ellie Mae, Vittles is almost ready. Where's Jethro?
Oh, he's yonder.
Uncle Jed, could we please call off our gladiating?
Fine with me, boy. Come on in.
I need you. I need you.
Still ain't caught on, have you? All right, then watch me. Hey, watch me. See?
What you doing, boy?
Learn this old hound dog to fetch sticks.
Seems to me you've been at that about 10 years now.
Yeah, I reckon he's just too dumb.
You're just too smart.
What you mean?
What did Duke want with sticks? He ain't no beaver.
Yeah, but other dogs fetch sticks.
Well, that's their problem. Duke's got you to do it for him.
Shh, don't talk like that in front of the DOG.
This DOG is a bloodhound. He was bred for tracking and trailing, not fetching and carrying.
Well, he's got to start at the bottom of the intelligence ladder just like me. I didn't become a 6th grade graduate overnight. Took me 12 years of hard work. Now watch.
What's Jethro doing?
Fetching a stick.
He's spending too much time around Duke. Yesterday, I caught him burying a bone.
When he goes to chasing cars, I'll speak to him.
Well, at least he don't shed.
Best come in the house now, boy, and get cleaned up.
Huh?
We're having company victuals, Splinter Lips.
Fixing something special for Lester and Earl, are you?
I'm starting out with cow cud casserole.
Starting out with? Granny, you're going to have a hard time topping that.
You ain't heard nothing. After the casserole, I'm bringing on a steaming platter of tadpole turnovers. Then comes crackling bread, poke greens, minced maypops, goat tripe, chitlins, and baked possum stuffed with chinkapin dressing.
Granny, that is what you call real soul food.
Well, I'm doing it for the sake of Lester, so that pretty wife of his can learn country cooking.
Granny, you know, I always said there is no beating a beautiful woman that can cook.
Thank you, Jed.
Hey, Duke, look, coming up the driveway. It's them bank robbers, Bonnie and Clyde. Hi, Duke, they's bloodthirsty killers.
still say we should have changed clothes before we came up here.
But there wasn't time, Earl.
We have to be back for more publicity pictures in an hour.
Well, we scared Jethro into the house.
Ah, he recognized us.
Sure, even Duke knows us.
Yeah, and Jethro's as smart as Duke. Pretty near.
That's Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs.
And Gladys, Lester's wife.
How come he's dressed like that?
I probably stopped in Hollywood and bought themselves some new style clothes.
That dress that Gladys is wearing is probably the latest thing from Paris.
Gee, I hope these 1930s styles never come back. Not one man whistled at me all morning.
Who's gonna whistle at a woman with a sawed-off shotgun?
Especially when her husband has a machine gun.
Hi, Jeff. I guess we ought to explain these clothes we're wearing.
Oh, we figured it out. Glad to see you so prosperous.
I'll bet that dress you're wearing must have cost Lester a fortune.
Oh, I didn't buy it, Granny. It's a borrowed dress.
And it's almost 40 years old.
I knowed Lester was careful with his money, but that's ridiculous.
Must have spent it all on that new car.
Howdy, everybody.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Ellen.
I seen you from my room when you drove up. I thought you was gangsters with them there guns.
Boy, are you dumb.
We're supposed to look like gangsters, Ellie, but those guns, they're just props.
Yeah, we've been taking publicity pictures for a new album.
See, I'm not so dumb.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's all go inside and have some company victuals.
And company music.
Now, Granny, don't go hinting right off.
Who's hinting?
Come on in, everybody, come on.
Come on to the kitchen, honey. One cooking lesson for me. And you won't have to wear that 40-year-old borrowed dress.
I think I'll change it right now, Granny. I'll meet you in the kitchen, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna change, too. These butchers ain't got enough of give to them.
Well, I'll yell when it's ready. Come on, Jed. You can help me cull the chitlins.
Good idea, Granny. Nothing will turn on you quicker than a rancid chitlin.
Mr. Flatt?
Yeah.
Hey, if you's gonna change your clothes, can I borrow your suit?
Sure.
Can I borrow your car?
Sure.
Can I borrow your...
No, she stays right here.
I mean, can I borrow your wife's dress for Ellie Mae?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
What we gonna do, Jethro?
We's gonna fool somebody into thinking we's gangsters, just like they fooled us. Hop in.
Well, who we gonna fool?
Mr. Drysdale down at the bank.
Was that the burglar alarm?
Yes, somebody must be attempting a robbery.
Well, they'll never get a penny from this bank. We'll fight them at the teller's windows. We'll fight them at the cashier's cage. We'll fight them in the escrow department, in the loan office, in the vault. And so bear ourselves that if the Commerce Bank lasts for 1,000 years.
Drysdale, they're too bad.
Get back to your post, you craven coward. Stand shoulder to shoulder with your brave comrades.
But Mr. Drysdale, they were lying on the floor.
What's the guard doing?
He was doing about 30 when he left.
Then fight alone. You capture those bandits, and the entire reward is yours, $5 in cash.
Mr. Drysdale, they've got guns.
All right, I'll make it $7.50.
Mr. Drysdale, they're coming up the hall. They're headed right for this office.
They shall not pass. Stop them, Miss Hathaway.
Chief, what if they demand the combination of the vault?
Swallow your cyanide pellet.
Hi, Miss Jane. Where's Mr. Drysdale?
Jethro, Ellie Mae.
We's Bonnie and Claude.
It's Bonnie and Clyde.
Jethro, this is a dangerous prank. You could get shot.
Oh, no. These guns ain't real. Come on.
I'm coming, Bonnie.
You're Bonnie. I'm Claude. I'm Clyde. Oh, just stay here. You're going to mess up everything.
Well, wait, Jethro. The chief could be armed. When cornered, even he might put up a fight. Chief? Oh, excuse me. Is Mr. Drysdale here?
Nobody but us cleaning women. Johnny new shoes, mister?
Where's Drysdale?
I don't know. I'm just an old scrub woman.
You look an awful lot like Drysdale.
Exactly like him.
Oh, now you've discovered my secret. I'm his mother.
Oh, his mother, and he lets you scrub floors.
Yes, he's such a wonderful boy. So generous. That's why his vault is empty.
You mean there's no money in the vault?
None. He just uses it to grow mushrooms. Poison mushrooms. Don't go in there.
Hey, what's going on here? What you doing messing around with that old woman? We're supposed to be here scaring Mr. Drysdale.
You dumb bunny.
I thought you said I was Barney.
I knew it was you all the time, Jethro. That's why I went along with the gag.
I wasn't scared at all.
You kill me.
That's a good idea. Let me have your gun, Jethro.
Oh, it don't shoot, Mr. Drysdale. It's just a prop.
Oh, let me have yours, Johnny.
Well, it's just a prop, too.
Hey, you know, Mr. Drysdale, you make a pretty good Clyde yourself.
You sure do.
Say, Jethro, let me have that jacket. Oh, I'll teach that chicken bookkeeper to desert his post. I'll scare him right out of his sleeve garters.
He's in there, boys, but be careful. He's armed.
All right, you little freak. Now you're gonna get yours.
$7.50, and it's all mine.
Is that Lester and Earl?
Yes, that's Foggy Mountain Breakdown, the song they did for Bonnie and Clyde.
Well, this time they're gonna do it for Granny and Jen. You come in slumping the leftovers.
Our pleasure, Granny.
Say, Jed, you done a good job blowing Granny's jug.
Well, the blowing ain't hard. What gets you is fighting the feedback from the fumes.
Where's Gladys?
She's out in the kitchen. I'm learning her to make leftover loaf.
Well, doggy, you ain't made none of that since Jethro come.
Yeah, I finally caught him away from the trough.
Howdy, everybody.
Hi, Ellie.
Sure to thank y'all for the clothes in the car. Jethro and me had a dandy time.
Where is Jethro?
Oh, drove around the back. He'll come in through the kitchen.
Oh, no, my leftovers! Oh!
She'll never make it on them short legs.
Doggone, there goes Gladys's cooking lesson.
If she gets in Jethro's way, there goes Gladys.
Gone. Everything's gone. Gladys. What happened to Gladys?
I'm here, Granny.
Are you all right, darling?
I think so, Granny. I was at the refrigerator, and suddenly I heard this frightening noise, so I dived under the table.
Frightening noise?
Yes, a roaring, grinding sound, like a giant garbage disposer.
That's what it was. But you're safe now, honey. It won't feed for another 2 hours.
Hey, there you are. Hey, listen, will you please bake a cake with a saw in it?
A saw?
He'll eat anything.
Oh, it's not for me. It's for Mr. Drysdale. He's in jail.
Well, aren't you going to come in and say hello to Mr. Flatt and Mr. Scruggs?
No, I am not. So just give them back their stupid wardrobe and props.
Well, instead of pouting, you should be grateful. I got you out of jail and it didn't cost you a single cent.
It didn't? How'd you manage that?
I told the police we were filming a commercial for the bank.
And they believed you?
Yes, Bonnie and Clyde commercials are all the rage now. I ad-libbed a complete scenario for them.
Yeah?
Yes. I had all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they came to yours, they were foiled by super banker.
Say, I have a fabulous idea.
What is it?
We'll make a commercial where all the great bandits of the 30s converge on Los Angeles and clean out every bank. But when they get to mine, they are foiled by super banker.
Has a familiar ring to it.
And I will play super banker.
Oh, Chief, not those green tights again.
You're just jealous of my legs. Now, you get over to the studio and borrow wardrobe and props. I was going to make a deal with the actors. I'll get them for free.
What actors?
Well, Granny can play Ma Barker, Jed can play Dillinger, Ellie and Jethro, Bonnie and Clyde, Flat and Scruzz will do the music, and Mrs. Flat will play Pretty Girl Floyd.
That's Pretty Boy Floyd.
Who's going to believe she's a boy?
Who are you? Jed! What part are you playing?
Well, I'm supposed to be a fellow named John Dillinger.
Who's he?
Well, must have been one of them there financiers. Mr. Drysdale says he opened up a whole bunch of banks.
I'm the only one that ain't getting no new fancy clothes to wear.
Who are you supposed to be?
Somebody by the name of Ma Barker.
Well, doggy. What part are you playing, Gladys?
Well, I was supposed to be Pretty Girl Floyd, but I held out for the lady in red.
Who was she?
Oh, she was a very seductive siren who lured John Dillinger to his doom.
Now, why couldn't I play a part like that? You want to trade?
Well, Granny, I don't think this dress would fit you too well.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's too long for me.
Mr. Drysdale, I think we got your theme song down pretty good.
You have a theme song?
Yes, ma'am. It's called The Ballad of Milburn Drysdale. I wrote the lyrics myself. Let's hear it, fellas.
Come and listen to a story about the Commerce Bank, greatest in the land, and there's one man to thank. Generous and kind, modest without fail, that fellow's name is Milburn Drysdale. Milburn was a hero when just a little tyke. To save his town from flooding, stuck his finger in the dike. They offered him a big reward, money by the bale. Gave it all to charity, said Milburn Drysdale.
That's all. That's enough.
Now, wait a minute. You haven't heard the part where they begin to really praise me.
Let's keep it that way.
All right, fellas. Just forget the next 20 verses and go right to the finish. You gotta hear this.
Oh.
Then a gang of killers come a-roaring into town, a-shooting and a-looting every bank a mile around. But when they reach the Commerce Bank, them killers turn tail, 'cause there like a bear stood Milburn Drysdale.
Super banker, that is. Real nice fella. Y'all keep them deposits coming, yeah?
Magnificent, sensational. This song will become a classic. Well, I'll go round up the cast. We'll go down to the bank and start filming.
Mr. Flat, Mr. Scruggs, may I ask you one question?
Sure.
Far away.
How was he able to talk two internationally famous entertainers like yourself into performing this piece of drivel?
Well, for my part, he promised to use my new banjo book on every single commercial.
And what's your excuse?
He promised to get my wife a genuine full-length chinchilla.
That's a very expensive fur coat.
Okay, we can start filming now. Ellie and me's back from our secret mission.
What secret mission?
Mr. Drysdale sent us. Earl Scruggs and the 5-string banjo. Oh, you learned to play the banjo, Mr. Scruggs?
Answer the boy, Earl.
Yeah, Jethro, I'm learning.
Ah, good.
Well, gentlemen.
Did Claude come in through here? Jethro. Him and me's playing Bonnie and Claude.
That's Clyde.
I like Claude.
What's that, Ellie?
That's what Jethro and me got on our secret mission. It's a present for Gladys from Mr. Drysdale.
Well, gentlemen, I'm sure we all know what this is.
Yeah.
A genuine, full-length chinchilla.
Lester, how are you at skinning chinchillas?
Not as good as that banker is at skinning guitar pickers.
Come on, Ma Barker.
Just call me Pretty Girl Floyd.
You're pretty girl, Floyd?
Well, Gladys ain't playing it, and I want to wear the latest style clothes, too.
With that outfit, you're back in the 20s.
It does make me look young, don't it?
All right, Lester, you get in the car with the rest of the outlaws. We as outlaws? Well, yes. You see, the whole idea of this film is to show that crime does not pay. It would be one big commercial for virtue and clean living.
And the Commerce Bank.
They're one and the same thing. Driver and Clyde, when next you see me, I'll be super banker.
All right, Mr. Platt, Mr. Scruggs, you may start the music now. All right, action!
Have no fear! Super Banker is here. You have just seen 5 heavily armed, desperate mad dog killers enter this bank to commit robbery. But your money is always safe in the Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills because it is protected by me. By me.
Oh, look, Lester, it's Paul Newman.
No, it's Rock Hudson.
Oh, no, no. It is your heroic president, Milburn Drysdale, alias Superbacker. Stand back while I throw the scoundrels out.
I'll teach you to keep me out of $7.50 reward. I hope you clean me up good. Come back anytime.
Dogged if I see how this is going to help your bank, Mr. Drysdale. But I reckon you know what you're doing.